my daughter is very beautiful. If there ever came a time where she learned how to use her looks and her sexuality to make a profit from, I mean, who am I to say? You know.
And then last question, whose responsibility do you think it is, or if it is anybody's responsibility, to regulate prostitution or put an end to it?
I don't know any facts, but I have been told that if you see a massage parlor or like nail salon place that are open way later than they should be, it's not right.
We go through our everyday lives without noticing the epidemic happening in San Diego County. A study released last year by University of San Diego and Point Loma Nazarene University reported that there are up to 8,000 trafficking victims per year in San Diego County, with the average age of entry into sex trafficking at 16. These women are not prostitutes. They are sex slaves being forced into prostitution, and we as a society need to acknowledge what's happening here.
Because I don't really see it where I go, but I know that there are some areas.
I think that prostitution anywhere can be an issue. Personally, I haven't seen too much in San Diego.
I know it exists, but I haven't seen any of it. But
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I've never heard about it. I don't know anybody who's involved in it, so it's like I don't really have any feelings.
I think prostitution is an outgrowth of our society, of a society that values men's needs over women, that puts more priority on men than women, and a society that objectifies women for men's pleasure. So women aren't seen as human beings, but they're seen as objects that are there for men's pleasure.
It's kind of like an economics, a supply and demand situation, and you have to kind of regulate all of that.
If you wanna end prostitution within the context of supply and demand, killing the supply, I mean, I guess you could dry out the demand that way, but I mean, I don't even, what do you do? Get rid of women? I don't know how you would end supply like that. And ending demand, you have to, shape people's perspectives or convince them that it's, harmful or, negative, if you truly believe that.
Prostitution in general only exists because of a demand for it, and in San Diego that demand is high. This leads to the ethical question of who's responsible for this growing problem in San Diego.
I think it's a problem that should be handled very carefully. I don't know if it's someone's responsibility necessarily.
I would say police, but they don't do much in terms of what they should be doing.
Trickles down from local governments, but you got state governments that need to write policies as well as local government.
I'm just trying to think of how the community would do anything about it. I think there should be some awareness, especially when it comes to children being in the area. They should only be in areas that aren't really residential. Yeah.
This social catastrophe is one that needs to be brought into the light and addressed by everyone in San Diego. As a civilized society, we must recognize that we all have a role in the problem of human trafficking and prostitution. If we continue to drive by these parlors as if it's someone else's problem, nothing will change. We can't turn our back on the problem because then we're turning our back on the victims.